management sessions. Today we are going to focus on the function of direction. Now the first thing is to understand what exactly direction is all about, who is a director and what he is to be directed. Now in simple terms, directing is said to be the process in which the managers instruct, guide and basically see the performance of the workers to achieve a predetermined goal. Therefore, this process is regarded as the heart of management. What makes direction important? What is the purpose of direction? And why it is one of the important integral part of the management function. In simple terms, direction is the process which initiates action, which ensures coordination is there, which leads to improved efficiency of workers. It essentially facilitates changes and assess stability in the growth of not only the organization but also the employee. It plays a very important or vital role when it comes to management functions, and it can be said that it is the heart of business or administration. What are the different principles on which the function of direction depends, or what are the basic principles of direction? Basically, the basic principles of direction are harmony of objective. That means that you should have only one objective instead of having multiple objectives. The principle of direction involves maximum contribution by each and every person in the organization. The command is unified, or that is unity of command is there. That means all directions, initiations and objectives are being set by only one individual. Supervision is to again one of the important element, that who is to be basically controlling or basically giving you the instruction. So the supervision lies with one person. The leadership is becoming effective because it's the function of execution, which involves effective motivation and follow through. In direction, there are various other functions also performed, which involves one of them is coordination. Now, coordinating whom? You are coordinating all the things which are involved in the functions, which includes planning, organizing, staffing, direction, and control. Now, coordination is basically the orderly synchronization of efforts by unifying, integrating, and harmonizing the activities of the subordinates for the achievement of goals of the organization. Like, for example, when we are watching a dance performance or maybe a song which is being sung by a number of singers, if there is no proper coordination, then it may be that you find mismanagement or the performance will be very awful. The reason is everyone will be not coming into the process of harmonization, that is coordination. To justify that, we have a definition given by George Derry, where he says that coordination deals with the task of binding efforts in order to ensure successful attainment of an objective. It is the accomplishment by means of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Coordination will involve a lot of things, like it encourages team spirit, it gives proper direction through and motivating the employees, making optimum utilization of available resources, helps to achieve objective quickly because everything is synchronized, coordinated well. It improves the relations in the organization, which leads to higher efficiency, and it also improves the goodwill or maybe the image of the organization in the eyes of its various stakeholders. Next is the slide is the explanation of the term management of change. Now, what is change first and foremost? Change is something which is not done regularly. From the regular course of action, there has been a difference or a deviation from what you were doing earlier. So change management will include, from an organizational perspective, strategy, the measures to apply those strategy, organize those strategy, and it, because change is something which everyone is very reluctant, so improve or basically motivate and basically initiate teamwork. In simple terms, change management is defined as the methods and manners in which a company describes and implements changes within both its internal and external processes. Implementation of a new technology is one of them, where you find a lot of these days mergers and acquisitions which are taken by companies. Bigger companies are taking smaller ones or basically merging them in their own. Change in the leadership. If someone is new leader is being formed now, suppose it has been a merger, then two leaders are there, but if it's an acquisition, then definitely a new leader is there. And basically change in the organizational culture. When there's change in leadership, definitely the culture and the systems will also change. What is the process of change management? In simple terms, basically there is a need for change, so the request to change, the impact analysis, how people are going to adapt or absorb those changes, whether they are going to approve or deny. Then the next phase is to implement the changes and then see how it has worked on. The four coins of change in organizations are mission changes, strategic changes, operational changes, and technological changes. Now, the process of plan change will be discussed in the later time to come in my later lectures. But mission changes are there when you have a mission and you find that there has been some things which are required, so you change in the mission processes. Strategy to improve, improvise, to sustain in the stable or maybe sustainable factors will be responsible for making these strategic changes, because it will be affecting the long term sustainability factor of an organization. Operational changes, from the old traditional methods you are basically adopting technological innovations or basically something which is was not there earlier and it is right now. These are the four things which I want to discuss. In the next lecture, we will be basically focusing on the process of plan change. Till then, thank you. Keep learning.